finally bringing you the video that I talked about before, and it's a blind date with a manga. So I went to Etsy and I chose three sellers, and randomly picked whatever genre I liked but that they had available, because some I think they were sold out of. So I can't remember exactly what I got for each thing, but it had to be between horror, fantasy, or romance probably. So I'm not sure. I think I got one of each, but I have no memory of it because it was a while ago that I ordered them. Finally got them all in. So now I'm going to open them up, show you what I got, and hopefully it doesn't end there. Hopefully I can read and maybe give a review of them. But if I have already owned them or read them before, then it'll kind of, the buck will stop there. But yeah, let's get to it. So the first one I'll open is actually the last one that came in, just because it's on top of my pile. But with this one, the manga comes all wrapped up like this, and then it also came with a little postcard that is an image from Japan, and there's a bicycle, and hopefully it'll focus on that. Maybe. It doesn't want to, but you know what? It doesn't matter, it's just a postcard. Then there's a little thank you note. And this one was from Handy Dandy Books. I'm hoping I am not misinforming you. I hope it didn't get mixed up. Yeah, so I'm hoping this is the Handy Dandy Books one. I'll try to make sure of that when I put links to these in the description. So then it came with a bag of goodies. We've got a little key pen and a keychain. Lots of stickers. I'm not going to go over, but from various anime. It looks like there's Demon Slayer, Inuyasha. Oh goodness, why can't I ever think of it? Haikyuu. Fullmetal Alchemist. My Hero Academia, Naruto. I mean, I think it's pretty good if I can name most of them. And what is that one? It looks so familiar and I can't think of it. Oh well, it doesn't matter. There's a huge variety of stickers in there. There is a little bookmark. And then lots and lots of candies. Lots and lots of candies. So that's a cute little bonus you'll get if you order from this shop. I will set it down somewhere, and let's open the book. Again, I can't remember what I ordered from which, so we'll know when we open it. I'm going to try to just slide it out. Okay. Oh, this is one actually that I do not have. Unfortunately, it's the third volume, so I might have to jump and see if I can just find the first two volumes somewhere. But it is Honey Hunt by Miki Aihara. And it's from the creator of Hot Gimmick. I'm trying to remember, did I like that one or was that the one I didn't like? Is that the one I really hated? I'll read the back of this, and I'm sure I'll try it. Life's not easy when you're living in the shadow of your famous parents. Kanshai Yura, the daughter of an award-winning composer and a world-renowned actress, find the courage to step out on her own now that her super celebrity parents are getting divorced. Still frazzled from an earlier script reading session where she just couldn't seem to get things right, Yura drops one of her contact lenses before the next session begins. But could this be a blessing in disguise? If everyone around her is blurry and hard to see, will Yura now be able to focus on her lines and keep her nervousness in check? She'd better try something, because one of her co-stars, a veteran actress with high expectations, has been far from impressed with Yura's performance. So it's a celebrity one, and You know, I have vague memories of this, but I don't know from where. But I am worried that Hakimik is the one that I do not like. I'm going to have to look that up. Maybe I'll leave a note down below. But I feel like, was that the one where the girl, like, is living in the apartment complex and the really rich, abusive boy is the love interest? Anyway, if so, don't read that one. I'm wondering if I'm correct. If so, don't read that one. But I'll check out Honey Hunt. But I may have to find the first 2 volumes because I don't really like jumping in the after the beginning. Number 1. And then, let's see. I'll go with this one. Which, is there 2? Did I get 2 with this? Did I pick one that was a 2-volume thing? Maybe. I don't remember. I was having a good time. Let's open this up. So this one, there's 2 little treats in here. And there's also a couple of stickers. So there's a Death Note, Attack on Titan, and then the little note. So this one is from Ivy Vine Books on Etsy, and let's get to the books. So yes, this was the mystery horror manga, so 1 and 2. So yeah, I think the first one was my romance order. This is the mystery horror order, and I'm wondering if that one's fantasy, my last one. Alright, let's go for it. I hope I haven't read it. Okay, get it. Ooh. I actually have not read this one either. Let me turn it around. And then I was having trouble reading the script there. Oh, Dead Mount Death Play, which I have not heard of or read. This is from Yen Press. So I'm actually really excited about this, and this is volume 1, so I can cleanly start this, and then if I like it, I can go on. So very excited so far. I've not gotten anything that I already own because, as you've probably noticed, I have a lot of manga, and I've read a lot more than I own, so I'm excited so far. Number 2. Which I don't know, did they send you the first 2 volumes? Like, is this the same series? Because that would be good. It's a different one. Oh yeah, cool. So this is the first 2 volumes of the series, and I'm actually more excited about that because it'll give me a really good idea of whether or not I like this. So let me read the back of volume 1. I can't... I'm trying to, like, find how they... This is so odd. This is the direction. That's volume 1. And this is volume 2. No, this is volume 1. This is volume 2. Getting all discombobulated. Okay, so from the back of volume 1, it's a showdown for the ages as the legendary hero takes on the necromancer corpse god. But when the dust settles, something isn't quite right. In the final moments of their epic confrontation, the corpse god's last move was wholly unexpected. Reincarnation magic. Across space and time, a boy named Polka Shinoyama, Polka, it's a weird name, awakens feeling not quite himself. Who could have anticipated that the climatic battle between good and evil would turn out like this? So, interesting. And this is rated M for mature, so this is an adult ranked series, which might just mean it's really gory. I don't know. There could be more mature stuff that happens. I don't know. But I am going to try the 2 volumes and see how I like it. And the last one, which I'm hoping has a card inside of it, this is the manga and bookmark, and this is the snack. So we'll open the snack first. And most of the blind dates with the book will come with added bonuses like a snack or stickers or both. So far, so good. I like these thus far. I have no idea what these are going to taste like, but the snack is Hello Kitty matcha green tea marshmallow with matcha jelly inside. So these could be really good, or they could be kind of gross. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna try it. I'll try it now, but I don't want to. I want to maybe snack when I'm reading. And then the book. Oh, and this one was also drama romance, so maybe fantasy was sold out and I couldn't do that one. And we have, oh, I don't have this one either. This one is Yonin Buzz. So this is looks like one, an old one, but two, if I'm not mistaken, this would be one of the, I don't remember what they called them, but it's where it's not a non-Japanese author writes it. They had like a thing back in the day. Yeah, so Christina Plaka was born in Aries in 1983 in Offenbach, Germany. She started drawing at the tender age of 4. Only 3 years later, she was able to produce recognizable images of popular cartoon characters. In 1994, Christina started getting involved in Japanese anime and manga. This resulted in her finishing her first 2 projects, Hero no Destiny and Sneakers. Christina was discovered during a talent show at a book convention in Leipzig, Germany, and was able to publish her project, Plastic Chew, in a magazine called Daisuki. Later, Carlsen Comics published it as a book. Yonin Buzz is the sequel to her first book and was first published by Tokyo Pop, Germany. So that's interesting. I'm a little disappointed that it's a sequel to a first book. Like, well, you need to have information, and then I just want to check the publishing copyright. Yeah, this was from 2006. I was going to say, this looks like an old one, and it's labeled as a thrift book, so I don't know if I'd even be able to find the other one. But the description on the back is 4 young musicians, which I do like musicians and music, so that's okay. 4 young musicians stand at a new threshold of their music career. With Plastic Chew, the band they created in high school, set on a path to rock and roll stardom, will the demands of jobs, schoolwork, and relationships get in the way? Can they be true to their artistic vision without becoming sellouts? No matter what happens, this band keeps on rockin', determined to not let anything derail their rock odyssey. So, I'm kind of glad to give something a second chance, because I'm betting this has been out of print for a while here, and I'll give it a try. A little disappointed it's like a sequel, so I don't know the original story of Plastic Chew, but maybe I could find it. Yeah. Also, I don't think I have a card from this seller, so I'll have to find them from my order, and otherwise I would tell you now, but I don't have it. But interesting. I don't know. I'll give it a go. I do like band stories. I'm hoping there's a little romantic drama in there, and we'll see how it goes. Now I'm going to go and read these, and then I'll come back with my thoughts on the books and tell you what I think and what won or didn't win. So far I'm really looking forward to the horror one. I liked everything about that. I like the number 1 as well. I just wish that it wasn't volume 3. But, alright, I'll see you when I have read these. So I'm back after reading each of the blind dates, and here are my thoughts on them. So first, Dead Mount Death Play essentially kind of starts like a reverse isekai, whereas you're in the fantasy world and then the character is killed and reincarnates into more of like in our setting world, but with more other stuff happening, I guess you would say, but then turns into like typical shonen. And it was kind of fun, but I don't know if I'll be continuing or not with the rest of it, but I had the first 2 volumes, so it gave me a pretty good look at the series, and I did think it was fun, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm in for a big shonen series. I will say in this one, there is an explicit scene, so I'm pretty sure that's why it's M for mature. But other than that, like, even the violence and everything wasn't that intense. So I'm thinking it's nudity explicit scene. The next one, Yonen Buzz, is about a band, and it's rough for me to rate this one because it's the sequel to another series, which was like the setup of the band. So like that's already established, but you're seeing the band kind of going through growing pains. The one female main character that you don't get too much of, who I think is one of the singers of the band, she's currently attending university and majoring in music, but doesn't have as much time to devote to the band, and not only the band, but her boyfriend who is in the band, and so they're struggling with that whole relationship issue. There are more volumes of Yonen Buzz, but I don't know if I'm going to pick them up because this is an out-of-print title. Same with the prequel to it. But it was kind of a nice story. I mean, other than the whole fact that I can't go very far with it, I did enjoy the main plot of it. And lastly, Honey Hunt, which I did buy the first volume for. I bought the second volume, but I'm waiting for it to arrive. So I read the second volume digitally while I wait, and then read the one that was in the blind date, which was volume 3. And I am liking this series probably more so than Hot Gimmick, which I do not like at all, which is the author's like big work. But for me, that had like a horrible toxic relationship that I just couldn't get behind. I didn't like it at all. This one seems a little bit different. There is a love triangle, at least. There's like vibes with the kind of, I guess he'd be the manager person, but I'm kind of hoping maybe that doesn't become a thing, but then I'm thinking about the author's other work and I'm like, oh, it could be. So I don't know. But the main love triangle that happens in the first 3 volumes is there are twin brothers. That's one of them. And they both kind of like the main character. And the main character is the daughter of 2 celebrities. The father is a composer and the mother is an actress. And they're both horrible parents. And in the beginning of the story, it gets revealed to her through the mother and like gossip rags that her parents are divorcing. And it gets spread everywhere. Apparently the father was caught having an affair. And like they were fine with each other having affairs, like the parents, as long as it wasn't brought about in the gossip rags. And now it was. They were discovered, so they're divorcing. And the mother's pretty much like, pack your things because we're moving out of this house and we're going to sell it. This is what I'm getting in the divorce settlement. The main character's mind is like spinning because she's dealing with all this stuff. But the mother takes her to this hotel. They both have their own rooms because the mother doesn't really like being a mother. She's like, she's awful. She's awful. But like sometime in the night, the daughter had been contacted by her tutor, hoping that she's doing well. It's like tutor / neighbor, like he did both. So she was going back to the house, I think in part to see him, but then also to get some other items that she left behind in her house. And when she opens the door to her house, her mother is sleeping with the tutor. So, not so great. So in her frustration, she spouts out comments to the tabloids that are not so positive. The dad's agent comes and kind of rescues her because I guess the dad asked him to look after her. It's a whole thing. Anyway, in the grand scheme of things, she decides she's going to become a famous idol to show up her parents and everything that they lost, but also that she has her own value, and it's all very complicated. But in the process of all that, she does meet these two brothers. They're both musical, but this brother is also an actor slash idol, whereas the other one I think is more into composing the music. Anyway, it's kind of cute. I kind of enjoy it. The bad thing is after doing some research, there are only 6 volumes of Honey Hunt, and then it was put on hiatus, and it's been on hiatus for, I think, like 15 years. So I don't think there's a good chance of ever seeing the end of this, but I might pick up the other 3 volumes just so that I can see where it left off and which way the wind was blowing. I did have a good time with it. So this is the one that I would think if I were going to continue, it would probably be this one, as long as it didn't start to turn in like a hot gimmick way. But I did like this one. So overall, not terrible dates. Like I said, the bad parts about some of them is, you know, like here's one that is very hard to get. I don't know if I'd ever be able to read it or legally to read it, because there might be other venues that the story is, but I'm not so into that. I like being able to support the artist, but now you're kind of not given a chance once it's out of print. This one, a hiatus, really. It's also a shame that this was the 3rd volume, because the first volume was pretty easy to pick up. Second, not as much. Like some of the volumes are easy to get, other ones are harder. So it was just kind of a shame, because I had to go out of my way to find the beginning of the story to get to where we are. Because if I had just picked up in the middle, I wouldn't have gotten the story. Probably wouldn't have liked it. And then this one, really glad to have the first 2 volumes. It sold the story. I wish that I liked the story more. It's kind of interesting. I didn't get to say. So the main character is what everybody believed to be the bad guy in the old fantasy world. Like, he was looked at as bad. He was giant, like, skeleton type creature that worked with necromancy, but he actually wasn't that bad. He always just wanted to live on his own and be in a calm space and not harm anyone. Then I think there was orphaned children that kind of gathered around him, and he was just helping to take care of them, but everybody thought that he was doing bad things, and so he gets taken out by the big hero guy with this other magical ability. But he can't, like, really die, so he was sent forward or something. I don't know how the toll time situation works, but his soul was sent to this other one because this young person was murdered, so he was able to take over the body as the soul was leaving, and he put his soul into this, like, toy shark. So the actual boy, who is this, is kind of still with us, but he's in, like, the body of a toy shark, which is, it's kind of bizarre, but it's fine. Where volume 2 leaves off, we're actually learning more about his family, so the real boy's actual family. And I don't know, I'm just not sure that it's vibing with me completely to where I want to, like, stay with it. But not terrible. Like, they weren't terrible dates, but I think we're just gonna be friends. I mean, I might go on another date with this one, but yeah, I think we're just gonna be friends. So, if you can find them and you want to check it out, go ahead. As I said, the Deadmount Death Play is the easiest one to find. There are, I think, like 9 volumes of this. It's still going. Honey Hunt, if you like shoujo, is a good one, but it's harder to find. Young Buzz was fine, but, like, it's going to be impossible for you to find. But maybe if you find it, like, a thrift shop or something, you could give it a go. That is it for this video. Until next time, bye.